on attendance with a score of 94.4%. Unfortunately, the graduation rate continues to be a problem, with Norwood scoring only 75.6%, the second lowest in the list of 13 districts. According to the Ohio Department of Education, 97% of school districts improved their performance index scores over the previous year, and 491 of 610 school districts are rated effective or excellence.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Come blog with us. Why blog, you ask? Blogging has many benefits. Ideas are the starting point for dialogue, not the end, so come blog with us today.
A 10-year quarter-cent sales tax increase to finance a $225 million 1,800-bed jail will be on the ballot for Hamilton County residents in November. Current facilities are overcrowded. The new jail will house 1,800 inmates and will cost a total of $291 million with financing. The sales tax will also pay to house prisoners in the Butler County Jail until construction of the new jail is complete. In preparation for this winter, Council passed an ordinance authorizing Safety Service Director Gears to advertise and contract for roughly 2,000 tons of salt. Unfortunately, 2 of the 4 dump trucks the city owns need to be replaced. Council authorized the purchase of 2 new trucks under the state bid purchase program. The total price is not to exceed $170,000 plus interest, and the city wants to use a lease purchase plan to keep the cash outlay at a minimum. Councilperson Keith Moore explains.
Those who may be shocked by that $170,000 figure, that's not money that we expect to have to pay this year. The administration is going to be exploring lease purchase, so actually the cash that we'd have to come up in the short term is we expect to be significantly less than that. But for me, bottom line, with the discussions we had in the Finance Committee and in the materials that Mr. Years has sent us a couple of times this year to kind of spur Council to get moving on this, is that if we don't do this, we basically won't be able to plow the streets when it snows. We won't be able to get to the side streets, the streets that most of us live on.
City Council is in the process of implementing one of the suggestions from the Auditor of State's performance audit. Norwood residents will be required to submit yearly local tax filings to the city starting in 2007.
To let everybody know, next year come April, for most of the residents, most of us are on a calendar year basis for our tax returns. We don't have our own fiscal years. Come next April, everyone in the city is going to be required to file a tax return, a Norwood tax return. Whether you owe tax to the city of Norwood or not, whether it's already been paid or not, everybody's going to have to file. This does not raise taxes. It doesn't require that anybody pay any more tax than they're required to pay. Hopefully it will find some people that have not been paying. And so, just so everybody knows that's going to happen, effective for the April deadline is April 30th, and expect to get notices, more notice, more publicity in the months to come.
We have received numerous inquiries into the Linden Point former Globe site project. The development, which will be a mixed-use project with retail, office, and possibly restaurants, is expected to have Phase 1 completed in late 2007 or early 2008. How quickly the future phases are developed will depend on how quickly the first phase is leased. We leave you with a short music video documenting the eminent domain saga in Norwood.
Ain't it a shame? See that big, gorgeous maple tree over there, painting up the sky with gold and rubies, bringing joy and shade to folks long before my granddad was born. And I take my little children walk around its splendor and watch the leaves and squirrels play against the sky. And sometimes late at night I lean against its side and think of all the loves that grew and hearts that must have broke here. And now you tell me that the state is coming in with excavators down just to widen out the road. 150 years of memories, joy and pain, the snow and rain, they're tearing down to tar and make us straight and line. So now I'm speaking out of churches.
Rights do mean something. They mean something to me, and they mean something to all of you.
Years, and here we are.
So now I'm speaking out of churches.
We're so glad to be here. We're displaced.
We are here today to send one unmistakable message: that eminent domain abuse, where eminent domain is used not for a road or a courthouse, but for private economic development, is wrong, it's unconstitutional, and it has to be stopped here in Ohio and throughout the nation.
Ain't it a shame how they kill the memories? Ain't it a shame how they tear them down?
Protect property rights! Protect property rights!
The issue in this case is that if Norwood gets its way, no homeowner and no small business in Ohio will be safe from the terrible power of eminent domain.
But they'd see that he'd get a decent price. It seems new neighbors didn't like the smell of manure in the summer. It didn't mix well with their barbecues at night. And they'll be building condos by the springtime on the land where Wilkins used to plant his squashes and his beans. And what about his children? They give their lives in sweat and dreams.
This is the first state Supreme Court to consider eminent domain since the Kelo decision. It's not going to be the last.
How they kill the memories. Ain't it a shame? How they tear them down.
It may take a while, but we are absolutely going to win this fight.
Well, I'm still fighting for that maple tree, and maybe they'll never listen, but I'm gonna keep on yelling loud and strong.
More importantly, some of the property owners who have so bravely stood up for their rights, and in so doing have stood up for the rights of everybody in Ohio.
The history books of Ohio will be rewritten, and there will be a new chapter, and that chapter will tell the story of heroism and the ultimate triumph of private property rights and the American dream.
Ain't it a shame? See that big, gorgeous maple tree over there, painting up the sky with gold and rubies, bringing joy and shade to folks long before my granddad was born. And I take my little children down to walk around its splendor and watch the leaves.
You come and bring your kids and you want to get your GED, you can do it while they're in class. So you can sit in the classroom and you're studying while your students are there learning, or your children. But I'll get clarification, because that is what she told me, but I'll make sure that
That was the understanding I got too, that it would be the preschool parents.
We currently don't have a GED program in Norwood, I don't believe.
They are trying to set one up at the library.
Okay.
So I don't know where it is at this point, but I think Lupe and her name's Robbie Thompson, they have had discussion about who's going to be in what program.
But it's been a while since they moved out of Norwood, what, 3 years?